don't rely on a mammogram to give you peace of mind that we have ruled out early stage breast cancer. In 2011, we did one better when we required insurance companies to cover the more intensive ultrasound procedure that will enable early detection of breast cancer in women with dense breasts. And I met this advocate, Nancy Capello, when she was in Hartford, and then I met her this summer at Waterbury at an event, and I said, if I go to Congress, I want every woman in America to enjoy the same protection that women in Connecticut enjoy. And I certainly am prepared to engage in a very spirited debate about the future of this country, but I'm also prepared to continue to do what I've done in the legislature, which is to be around here, listening to people I represent, and trying to act on ideas they have to strengthen our country and to have good ideas translated into law. Most of the laws I've worked on, the ideas haven't come from me, they've come from you. And that's the way it should be in a democracy. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I think the greatest gift any candidate can have is the gift of the attention of the people whose support he or she is looking to earn. So a captive audience, like, it doesn't get any better than this for me, with 14 days to go. And then one other fun moment, I'll tell you about a fun moment. Last Thursday night, Henry Kissinger hosted a fundraiser for me in New York City at the apartment of a woman named Carolyn Rome, who is a fashion designer or something like that. I should don't put that in the paper, Matt, if you're typing. Or something like that. Although very wonderful. There were a lot of people that said, so there's a fundraiser for Roraback. Oh, really? That sounds like fun. Henry Kissinger's going to speak. Oh, really? It's at the apartment of Carolyn Rome. Oh, count me in. But Dr. Kissinger is not my constituent. His wife is my constituent. She votes in Kent. He votes in New York City. And at this event, we had a good turnout. Dr. Kissinger said some nice things about me, but then shared his perspective about what's going on internationally and how important it's going to be to have members of Congress who have a capacity to absorb information and to make reasoned decisions. And it was just kind of a highlight of this process for me to get to spend some time with someone who is an iconic figure in our history. So I'll stop there. See if there's anything I forgot there. Oh, there's one thing I'm now looking forward to. On Friday, a guy named Bill Schuster, who is a congressman from Pennsylvania, who will be the next chairman of the Transportation Committee, is coming to Waterbury and to Danbury. And we are going to put him on Route 84 between 8 and 9 in the morning, and then back again between 5 and 6 at night, to give him a first-hand appreciation of the transportation needs of Connecticut. Because he's going to be the next chairman of the Transportation Committee, people who care about improving Connecticut's transportation infrastructure are very eager to meet him. So we're going to do a meeting in Waterbury, and then we're going to do a meeting in Danbury. And I don't want to jump the gun, and I'm certainly taking nothing for granted. I'm not counting my chickens, but it's wonderful to have the attention of people who are in a position to make a real difference for us here in Northwest Connecticut. And I want to say thank you to all of you for giving me the opportunity to serve you in Hartford. I'm going to work very hard to earn the opportunity to serve you in DC, and I would love to come back here and tell you what it's really like if you give me that chance. So thank you for your attention. I'd be happy to try to answer questions. It's always, as I say, a very comfortable place to be here with the leaders of this community who do so much to make our community such a great place. So thank you very much. Yes.
Andrew, a couple of weeks ago you were at our club in Avon, and you had pointed out that the opponent's videographer is present.
Yes.
Tagged along with you all over. Is she here today?
She's not here today. So happily, I think what happens is...
Have they given up on you making a gap?
Oh no, they were there this morning. They were at my event that I spoke at this morning. Yeah, part of the drill is everywhere I go, this has been the case since January, there's somebody from the Democratic Party or my opponent's campaign with a video camera trying to catch me saying something unseemly or untoward. And yeah, I try not to say unseemly or untoward things whether I'm on camera or not. But it is a little off-putting to know that there's somebody whose job it is to try to catch you saying something improper. But I'm not here today.
Did they pay the guest fee to be there?
I don't know.
No, but they did. I had a fundraiser at Arethusa Farm in Litchfield in March, and they did pay $35 to come in.
What did you think of Linda McMahon's ad where she had saying people to vote for Obama and her? And you consider people to vote for Murphy and me?
You know, I've learned not to offer an opinion on other people's campaign strategies, just because I'm so consumed with my own campaign strategy. I don't think, I will say you won't be seeing, I have less money to spend on ads. And so I choose my message. I give a lot of thought to what message I want to communicate, and that's probably not the message that I will choose to communicate. Mark.
Andrew, how are they receiving you downstate?
You know, I speak Spanish. I thought I spoke Spanish pretty well. And then I read a columnist yesterday in the Hartford Courant who said, his high school Spanish. So I'm running 8 radio ads in Spanish in Meriden and Waterbury and Britain and Danbury. And I went to the Latino Communities Award Ceremony in Waterbury a couple of weeks ago, and all of them spoke English. They gave all their awards in English. It was like, and I guess I appreciate that. But then when it was my turn to speak, I said, I come to a Latino Community Award celebration, and every Latino gives their remarks in English. Well, we're going to have to put up with an Anglo giving his remarks in Spanish. And so I gave my speech in Spanish. And then at the end I said, Me llamo Andrew Roraback, y yo apruebo esta mensaje, which means, my name is Andrew Roraback, and I approve this message. And they all, people just laughed out loud. It was nice that people had a sense of humor. I should say that my first real job was probably in 1972, if I had to guess, when I was 12 years old. I got the very coveted position of shoveling out the manure from the dairy barn at the Goshen Fair. And that was my first introduction to patronage. And Mark, I've never thanked you enough for giving me that patronage. Mark, he really launched me on a long career of shoveling out.
Andrew, I was shocked a few months ago to find out that you're no longer in my district. And how often are these lines redrawn, and is there any sense whatsoever to doing this? I mean, we're in Hartford now, and we don't have a clue as to what our similarities are with
It's oh, and I'm sorry, my tracker is here. I didn't see you. How are you?
Well.
I'm only taking it back because I don't think I said anything untoward. I want all of you to stand with me.
There's still time away, right? Very crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they won't be changed for another 10 years. And
Take the standards to find out where they are.
yeah, no, it's a function of the United States Census. Every 10 years we have to redraw district lines to equalize the population. And it's an abomination. What's been done to the city of Torrington is an abomination. There's no reason that a community of 32,000 souls, what is it, 35 should be split into 2 congressional districts and 2 state senate districts, and now 3 state house districts. It's pure politics. It's indefensible, and there's no reason for it.
Who makes the decision as to whether lines
It was done, the state legislature, 10 years ago, we went from 6 congressional districts to 5. And there was a difficult thing to do because Jim Maloney and Nancy Johnson ended up running against one another. And it's done by the state legislature, and they do it with no rhyme or reason other than pure politics.
party in power then makes the decisions?
Yep. So thank you again for making me feel so welcome, John.
Well, everybody in this club's known me for years, and I've been a partisan Democrat my entire life.
Really?
Really? And I think that there's a point in time where you kind of look at the lay of the land, and you say what you see, and you reach the conclusion that what we do with the extremes on one side and the extremes on the other side is not working. So I think it's time for those of us who maybe reside a little closer to the middle to invest a little bit in somebody, take a chance, if you will. I don't think it's necessarily taking a chance on Andrew Roraback, but I've given him support with the hopes that this reasonable, moderate view, his ability to listen, not just speak, his ability to bring people together and find a way to govern will be what we'll have in a congressman, not a campaigner, but somebody that's going to be there to govern. And I don't know if there'll be another 400 plus of Andrew Rorbacks up in Congress. I doubt there will be, but we can start here in the 5th Congressional. And I put my money and I put my faith in you. I only ask that the process itself doesn't change you, because I can see somebody like you getting bitter. If I was in your shoes, I'm quite sure I would be bitter for some of the things that were said and some of the misrepresentations that were made. But accept it as the politician that you are, as part of the necessary things you have to go through. But give us your assurance that you will stay the person that we are.
John, if there's only one promise that I make, it is that I will be true to who I am, who I've been. I have no interest. I want to be a congressman, but I don't want to be a congressman so badly that I don't want to be me. I want to be me forever. And if I'm a congressman, I'll be a congressman for some period of time. But the commitment that I give all of you is who I am is who I will be, and you can hold me accountable to that. And I look forward to your support. And I hope the video got everything John said. You can put that in the commercial, right?
One last question, maybe. So I know you're going to be really busy the last 2 weeks, but can you get Cablevision?
Oh my God.
And yeah, watch the World Series.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I thought this would be like a 48-hour kind of standoff, right? Get everybody's attention. I mean, it is unbelievable.
You got spare time? Any deal?
It's really, it's a disservice to all of us. Thank you again for being here, guys.
Thanks again, Senator. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vic, would you be good enough to lead us